Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Ashley's Oasis, and I'm back. Had to take a little reprieve. The family and I moved, and boy, was it a move. If you saw my short, I just posted that, hey, moving sucks, and it unfortunately doesn't get any easier the more you do it. And my family has had to move a lot, so it doesn't ever get any easier. But anywho, I wanted to talk to you guys about learning how to take a break for yourself in the spirit of, talking about doing things and moving and, just everyday life, working, school, whatever it is that you find yourself having to do, remind yourself that it's okay to take a break. Everyone needs a break. Some more than others, I will say, especially if you're a type of person who deals with like health issues or mental health issues, just family issues, whatever it might be. It's okay to take a break. Give yourself that grace, give yourself that time to just take a deep breath, decompress, take a walk outside, smell the flowers, go on that hike you want to go on, go see that movie you wanted to see. If you want to be low key and keep it intimate, have that special little, you know, bathtub with the bubbles and, do it all up. I used to do that a lot growing up, and I never looked at it as self-care, but I realize now, like, man, I was doing self-care before it was a big thing. And that's because I may not have been going through a lot of physical stress per se, but I definitely went through a lot of mental stress, and just my home life and environment wasn't necessarily the greatest for me growing up. But I recognize that I did do little things like that to try to make it good for me. And that's basically what I'm encouraging you to do, whatever that looks like. I get it. Times is tough. Not everybody got money to be running out and buying all this fancy stuff to, show that you love yourself or is taking care of yourself. So again, you can do small little things like that. If all you got is Dawn dish soap under the cabinet, baby, who gonna know? I ain't gonna tell. So you use what you have, because I think also as society we get caught up in this, oh, we got to have every little tool for every little job and every little thing. And it's like, yeah, but sometimes if all you have, like I said, is the Dawn dish soap under the sink, you don't necessarily have Mr. Bubbles that's, meant to be, bubble bath. That's okay. Like, who's going to tell? If it's safe for the ducks to clean them up, it's safe for you. It's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, remember to take your breaks. Give yourself time to recoup and to re-energize yourself, because sometimes in taking a break, you might find inspiration. You might be more motivated to finish those timelines or deadlines, that you were working on or fretting about getting done. I know, like for me, since we moved, and our school start date was literally the week of us moving, I had already gone ahead of myself and set everything up so that when we got to our new place, I wouldn't have to worry about, oh gosh, let me put these lessons together and da da da. I already had that done. And that's just the type of person I am. I try to work ahead of things that I know that are coming. Doesn't always work out, because again, life is life and things will come up and happen unexpectedly that you don't plan on or count for, but that's okay. But I know for me in this particular situation, that saved me a ton when it came to moving. And my boys, they both already know what they're supposed to be doing and how they're supposed to be doing. So it was just a matter of getting them set up in their respective spaces, and they were able to go ahead and start getting their work done. Me, on the other hand, I didn't necessarily think about my channel, and that's bad on me. But I didn't think about my channel and like, oh shoot, you know what? I won't be able to record. Or I could record on the road, but I'm not ready for that just yet. I'm still trying to keep things, just nice and easy breezy. But I did think about you guys, and I was like, you know what? If I can't do a whole video, why not just put up a quick little short so you guys know I'm here, I'm alive, for those who are watching or following or whatnot, so that you know I'm here and that I'm okay. I haven't fallen off necessarily. I'm just, got life going on and handling that in the background. So here I am though today. I made sure to get this week back on track as best as I can. Family and I spent most of our weekend, unpacking and trying to get things set up back in order for ourselves so that we can get back to a little bit of normalcy. And that's basically what I've been doing for the last, like I said, last week, all weekend, even a little bit today. But I primarily kept the first things first, which were getting my kids schooling together, and then of course getting myself back on track with my exercising, and then also with my channel, because I want to be able to continue to curate the videos that I curate in the space that I'm in without it being cluttered and falling and tripping over things. So I definitely want to make sure that that's up to snuff. And in order for me to have done that, I had to take a break. I had to take a rest. So when I posted my short, that was me taking a break, even though all week long I had been running around with like a mad woman, like a chicken with her head cut off. And I needed that. Like I didn't even realize I had the type of bags under my eyes. And I'm like, man, I have not felt this like dog tired mentally, physically, everything in so long. So I was like, yeah, it's also a sign of me aging, getting older, and realizing, hey, I can't do all this stuff I thought I could used to do. And that's okay. Like, but I do admit that I was able to do the things that I did because the weeks prior to the move, I also took a break then too. And I was feeling a little guilty. I'm like, oh, I feel like a bum. I feel like I haven't done anything. But it's like, yeah, but you know what's coming up. You know what that all entails, and that it's not going to be something easy to pull off. And I'm grateful that I did do that, because if I hadn't, if I would have still been going, full force like I normally do, I probably wouldn't be able to make this video right now. So listen to your body, listen to yourself, understand that it's okay to take breaks, that even if it's not necessarily a physical break from something, that it's okay to take a mental break from something, someone, some body, some place, or whatever. Like for me, I not only needed a physical break, but I did need a mental break from the environment that my family and I were previously in. It wasn't the best environment mentally for myself or, majority of my family members. We all kind of felt a little weird and a little off about where we were living, and just some of the situations that we had encountered and dealt with, neighbors, and it was not the ideal situation for us. And that's partially what prompted us to move, but it wasn't the full reason. My husband and I finally just decided to hunker down and really decide where we wanted to end up, and that's what led us to our new state that we've settled in. And I do hope to talk more about the specifics of that in a future video. As a matter of fact, I plan to introduce a series to the channel that kind of correlates to everything I was just talking about, and why that prompted us to move as well. And I'm hoping that you guys stay tuned for that. It is coming. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to go ahead and do that starting next video, or if I want to maybe give myself a couple more videos in between, so that way I can get all of my videos and all that stuff together that I got to get together for it. It is going to be a little more on the serious end. I know I pretty much am dedicating my channel to being an inspirational channel and or life channel. So talking about things that I've endured and overcome in my personal life, as well as just life in general. And this is one of those things. It's just more so on the serious like spectrum. Like things could have gotten bad if my family and I hadn't decided to do what we did, and just decide to wash our hands of the place and just start fresh. But hopefully I'll be able to talk to you guys more about that. If not the next video, then the next couple of videos for sure. I want to go ahead and unleash that series now that I feel comfortable and safe in the space that I'm in, to be able to talk about those things without fear of like retaliation and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know people are going to be people no matter where I go, no matter what I say. some of those people might still take offense to things, but that's okay. Like it's okay because I'm no longer in that environment, so they can, go ape crap, if they want to. That's fine. But yeah, taking a break is needed in order for me personally to function as a wife, as a mother, aka teacher, lunch lady, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I do just about everything these days, but in order for me to function in my role, in my capacity, and continue to be chipper and upbeat and have a good head on my shoulders, I have to take breaks. And I've not always been the best with balancing work life because I don't work a traditional 9 to 5. It does get a little hard because, my I work at home, primarily I work out of the home. So it does blur those lines a little bit. Whereas, if you're used to going to work, coming home, going to school, coming home. Whereas with me, it's like home, so, and I know for some people, it's like, oh, that's awesome. It's amazing. It's like, yeah, it can be, but it also can, kind of confuse things at times. And I know for me, I'm the type of person, like, I don't want to stop working on whatever I'm working on until I have it done. Like, I procrastinate initially, but then once I get going, like, I don't want to stop until the job is done. And that's just the person I've always been. I am very much so type A personality. Like, I believe in that whole, like, if I don't do it, then it's not going to get done. And it's not because I struggle to allow other people to help me at times, because I know how to ask for help when I need it. It's just that when I ask for, a lot of times I still don't receive it, or that those people just don't, they just, well, no, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And it's like, okay, it's no hard feelings, because that's what I anticipated anyway. But at least that's me showing, like, hey, I can ask for help. I can, give that burden to someone else if I need to. But ultimately, the way my life is gone, it's always come down to just me, or in this case, me and my spouse having to, toughen up and just do things ourselves. But yeah, I recognize that taking a break, recognizing your strengths and your weaknesses are also important in life in general. Like I said, whatever you're doing, I can only speak from my perspective because this is my life, my channel. I can't speak from someone else's in terms of what you might personally be going through in your day to day. But I just want to generally state that it's okay to take a break. I know our world pushes like, hey, you got to go now, do it. But that's not always conducive with everyone's daily grind. I know some people just say, hey, I gotta grind. When I wake up, I'm grinding. When I go to bed, I'm grinding. It's like, okay, that's all good and everything, but if you're wearing yourself out on both ends, trust me, you're gonna regret it. So learn that, sometimes you need to just fall back and take a moment for yourself, and that's okay. Like, don't beat yourself up about it. If you're a at-home parent like myself, and you're, just tired watching the babies, ask your spouse, hey, can you watch them for me so I can go get myself together, so I can go, take a walk, or so I can go hang out with my girls or my guys or whatever. Like, do that for yourself. Trust me, those children will be okay without you for a couple of hours or a couple of days. If you can manage it, they will be all right. You have to make sure you're okay so that you can continue to show up for them in the capacity that you need to. If you don't do that, not only are you failing yourself, but you will fail them. And for a lot of us, that tends to be the concerns, like, oh, I don't want to let my family down, because I know that's what I struggle with too on occasion, with not wanting to let my family down. But it's like, yeah, but the only way I can let them down is if I'm letting myself down, because when they see me, typically they look to me for the comfort and the happy-go-lucky and all. But if I'm all mad and cranky and don't talk to me, because I'm upset or I'm tired or whatever, then how am I doing them any service? I'm not. And I'm not doing me any service either. So you got to learn where to flex your not flex your weaknesses, Flex that vulnerability with yourself first so that you can get comfortable telling others like, hey, you know what? I'd love to do that for you right now, but I actually need to go take a breather. Hit me back up 10, 15 minutes in a day, whatever it is that you need. And it's okay to tell people no. No is a complete sentence. If they don't understand that, then hey, they just not gonna understand. But you understand that you still need that break. And I want you to take it. So every chance that you get, take it. Because the one thing that we don't get back in this life is time. And all you'll be doing is looking back on your life like, oh, I remember that time I pulled a double and, worked 2 shifts. But did you take your break though? Because that's all you're going to remember is like, I ain't get a break. I ain't get a da-da-da-da. Take your break. It's okay. But until next time, see ya.